Did you know that sitting too much can be just as harmful as not exercising at all? Let's talk about the sedentary lifestyle and how it affects our health. A sedentary lifestyle means spending long periods of time sitting or lying down with very little physical movement. This includes working at a desk, studying, or using our phones for hours. Phones, laptops, and other devices are now used for long periods throughout the day. Modern life has made us more sedentary than ever before. With rapid advances in technology, the way we work, learn, and relax has changed. Many office jobs now rely heavily on computers and digital devices. Learning is increasingly carried out through online platforms, while gaming and entertainment have become more screen-based. As technology continues, sitting has become a common part in everyday life. Sedentary lifestyles reduce daily physical activity and lowering energy expenditure. When calorie intake exceeds energy use, fat will accumulate and leading to weight gain and obesity. Prolonged sitting and screen use encourage forward head posture. This posture causes muscle imbalance and continuous strain on neck muscle and joint. Sedentary lifestyle also can cause slow metabolism. When metabolism slows down, the body does not use glucose efficiently. As a result, glucose builds up in the blood. Insulin helps glucose enter our cells, but with low activity and slow metabolism, cells become less responsive to insulin. This is called insulin resistance. Over time, high blood sugar and insulin resistance force the pancreas to work harder. Eventually, this can lead to type 2 diabetes. Other side effects of sedentary lifestyle are causes digestive issues, poor circulation, poor mental health, and also bone mass loss. Office workers are recommended to stand up every 30 to 60 minutes, take a short walk, and stretch to stay active throughout the day. Simple movement can also be done at home with no special equipment needed. Following guided exercises on screen makes stay active easy and convenient. To conclude, being active doesn't mean intense workouts. It means moving more and sitting less every day. Sit less, move more, live better.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Breaking Free from Sedentary Lifestyle podcast. Before we dive deeper into this topic, I think it's only fair that we introduce ourselves first, right? My name is Nur Najiha Kuratul Ain, and as you get it, I'm a Bachelor of Physiotherapy studying at Uni KL RCMP. As for my previous education background, I took science stream in high school, and for my pre-tertiary education, I took foundation in science at UITM. Could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you for asking me, Najiha. As for me, my name is Umi Wahida. You can address me as Wahida. I have completed foundation in science at UPM and now currently further my study in Bachelor of Physiotherapy in UniKR RCMP.
Alright, nice to have you here, Wahida. You may call me Najiha. Now, let's move on to our main topic of the day.
Today, we are talking about something that affects many of us without us realizing it, which is sedentary lifestyle. Whether you are a student, office worker, or someone who spends sitting for long hours, this episode is for you.
We will discuss what is a sedentary lifestyle, why is it harmful, and most importantly, what we can do to reduce it in our daily life.
So, what does sedentary actually means?
Sedentary refers to low level of physical activity that require little to no energy to perform. Activities such as laying down while watching the TV, doom scrolling TikToks on your couch, or even standing still for a long time are some of the few examples of sedentary activities. When you do this often, it starts to bake into your daily rhythm. It became a habit, then default setting. Before you knew it, congratulations, my friends, you have adopted a sedentary lifestyle without even realizing it.
I have a question. Is there a way to measure this? Like, what define it is a sedentary activity and what is not?
Oh, definitely. A sedentary behavior can be measured using metabolic equivalent task, or MET for short. MET is a ratio of your working metabolic rate over your resting metabolic rate. So, anything less than and equals to 3 MET are considered light activities and sedentary behavior falls under 1.5 MET. However, It is important to note that energy expenditure may differ from one person to another based on several factors, including age and fitness level. For example, you cannot compare a 60 years old grandma with a 25 years old professional athlete in terms of fitness level. But these met values can be a helpful guide to ensure that a person is meeting the recommended 150 to 300 met per week.
Up to 150 to 300 per week? Isn't that a little too much?
Sure, 100 to 300 sounds a lot, but if you live an active lifestyle, it will eventually add up. But then again, there is a main cause why this sedentary lifestyle is becoming more and more common in today's world. I feel like technology has always influenced our daily life, especially now that our cure for boredom and entertainment is just one click away.
Exactly. Let's be honest. How many of us sit in front of screen most of the day? Way too many, right? Especially for the students with their online classes and also assignment, we are basically glued to our laptops for hours, sometimes without we even standing up in a day. And the problem is, once we start sitting, the time will just flies.
Not to mention smartphone and gadgets in our pocket, right? Unfortunately, I found myself guilty of scrolling through social media or watching short videos on my break too.
Yes, and it usually happens during our quick rest time. It was originally meant to pass the time a bit, but suddenly when you open the app, immediately you will stick to it. And then you just wasted 3 hours of your day. Technology also changed how we relax. Instead of going out or being active, most of us choose Netflix, gaming, and also binge watching K-drama and movies instead.
Oh, I would like to add more. Don't forget for all of those online shopping platform and food delivery apps.
Exactly. Technology itself isn't that bad, but overusing it definitely encourages a sedentary lifestyle. Okay, now let's move on to the main cause of today's podcast. How does a sedentary lifestyle actually affect one's health? Najiha, maybe you can start first?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, when we don't move enough, an important enzyme in our body called lipoprotein lipase or LPL becomes suppressed. This enzyme plays a key role in breaking down fats in our blood so they can be used as energy. When LPL activity is reduced, those fats stays in your bloodstream instead of being broken down. This can put you at higher risk of cardiovascular diseases.
Excellent observation there, Najiha. This brings us to the next point. Sedentary lifestyle also strongly associated with type 2 diabetes, which is a disease that's so common in Malaysia. Prolonged sitting or low physical activity actually reduce skeletal muscle contraction. So, muscle contraction is very important for glucose uptake. When muscles are not active enough, the body becomes less sensitive to insulin, thus increasing the risk of insulin resistance and eventually leading to type 2 diabetes.
So what you're saying is it's all connected and interlinked to each other.
That is indeed correct, Najiha. Our body is like one big thing made up from many systems and parts. So it is no surprise that it's all connected to each other.
Wow, now that you pointed out, Wahida, I think it's starting to make sense. I also recently read that sedentary lifestyle has also been associated with gastrointestinal disease, GI. Study has shown that people that live a sedentary lifestyle poses higher risk of acquiring up to 16 upper and lower GI diseases. This is because physical movement provides mechanical stimulation to the gut. When you rarely move, your gut motility slows down, which can lead to slower digestion. This can increase the risk of various GI disorders such as hepatobiliary and acute appendicitis.
Oh my gosh, that actually sounds so scary, right? But the good news is these negative effects are not permanent and they can be improved by making a small but consistent movement habits in our day. Health experts also do recommend us to keep sedentary time to less than 4 hours a day. But hey, you don't need to become a gym fanatic to fix this. Even a small movement throughout the day actually can make a big difference. For example, standing up for a few minutes, walking around, stretching, or walking while taking on the phone helps your blood flow. Muscle working and also helps regular blood sugar level.
I see. I think doing scheduled house chores such as vacuuming every other day, washing the dishes, and doing laundry can also allow us to move more, right?
Yes, absolutely. It is not about spending hours exercising at once. It is about breaking up a long sitting periods and stay active in all day. So next time, if you have been sitting for a while, remember this to stand up, stretch and walk a bit.
Awesome. I'll be sure to keep that in mind and spread the awareness. So, to wrap things up, a sedentary lifestyle can seriously affect our health. Sitting for a long time are strongly linked to cardiovascular disease, digestive problem, and metabolic disorder.
Over time, too much sitting increases the risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and also weakens our muscles and bones.
But don't worry, everyone. All of these risks are preventable. Just move more and sit less. Try it yourself. It can really make a big difference for your health in the long term, I promise you.
That's why promoting an active lifestyle is important for public health. Small daily movement can actually help prevent chronic diseases.
Because at the end of the day,
Prevention is better than cure.